Hi everyone. I wanted in this video to discuss why I chose the module design for this distance learning course that you are taking a look at. And I wanted to discuss the decisions of why you might want to choose this sort of design and how it might help your students understand and navigate your Google course, especially for those students that aren't used to online education. So first, as always, let's enter our course. Now, the design aspect really doesn't come into play on the stream, people, or grades page. It really doesn't. That's just sort of how it is with Google Classroom. Your work in design that isn't aesthetic, which we have a separate video for, your design work is going to be in your classwork page. Now, these sort of top level informational text lines are called topics. And I have separated the course into several topics that would interest the course participants. You see, my topics are class information and syllabus, Google Classroom Basics, which is where a majority of people are going to be working. It is Design Your Google Classroom course, where I discuss design choices and how you can design for student interaction about the course. And then there is the content creation and sharing, which is not really about Google Classroom, but is about posting the work you create or the content you create for your students to Google Classroom. I chose it in this. There's some purposeful design choices I'm making here. First, I want the class information to be top, front, and center. I want you to know what this course is about, and the syllabus is rather short, but is an example of a syllabus I want to put in front of students so students understand what my course is about. I want to put in additional resources because not everything I talk about is going to be in this course, and that's not everything you need or maybe not what you want. So I put in websites that bring you to a lot of our resources. So this is a copy of some resources we made at Southwest High School, myself and the media specialist. This is the Minneapolis source page, which is the main page where teachers can go for technology help during this system. And the source has been around for quite a few years. Many of you know it as that website you go to for your compliance training. And then we have the Teacher Center, which is something that was made by Google. It's their new website that actually describes how to use Google Classroom, how to integrate tools, and there's lots of really good resources there as well. That was the second thing I wanted you to see. I purposefully designed the course in such a way that you would see the information I felt was most important up top. Now, the next thing as you scroll down, and on your screen, you might actually see this a bit smaller. I'm actually zoomed in quite a bit to make the video a bit more watchable, but the next thing I want people to see is a Google Classroom Basics. This is what most people are coming to the class for. They want to know how to create a Google Classroom. So I start with the very first thing, creating a class. And then the stream is the first thing here, then the classwork, then people, then grades. And then this drive folder stuff is all at the top and is actually not really seeable. And then I have the assignments. These are example assignments. There's a couple of them of different ways, and I want people going in and making submissions so that they can see here's what submitting an assignment as a student looks like. And then after that, I have the two extra topics I wanted to discuss, which is designing the Google Classroom, where I'm actually creating the video for the module based course design right now, and then the content creation and sharing, which is how I'm making videos where I use OBS and then I show you how to do that so you can do it on your own course. These are the extraneous things I feel are important for some teachers to really know, because there are teachers that want to go out there, make their own content, have their voice heard by their students, try to keep that teacher student connection going. So, my design of this course via modules has been very purposeful. I want to put the information I believe is up front and center. Now, on your course, if I were to create a topic here, maybe the things that you do, you want to consider week one. You want to call this the first week, we're going to do these topics, and then you create that topic, right? So there's week one at the very top. And then, now students don't actually see this because it's empty, but this is just organization for you. Let's say you want to make a week two and a week three, and you keep doing that. You're going to see that week one is actually going to move to the very bottom, but luckily we can move this stuff around. So don't worry too much about that. You have the ability to kind of change how your course looks on a whim. So let me get rid of this and let's try another. Let's call it, maybe you don't want to go by weeks. You don't like the idea of keeping track of days for the students. Instead, you want to go by the topics they're learning. So maybe the first week we're going to learn about geometry, if I can spell it. Or maybe we're going to do architecture this week. Maybe this is an art class, and maybe we're going to call it Art 101 week one. You want to remind students what course they're in. You know, there's a lot of options for you to continue this module based design, because Google Classroom is really designed around it. The idea that you have a topic and you put things under those topics. You don't just want to make a stream of assignments. And one thing that you will actually see why this is a bad thing, if you go to my stream, you will see that as I created my work and assignments, if this was a live course, a lot of students would be seeing this, all these random posts I'm making with no real idea of what to do. If you depend on the stream as your sort of way of making sure students know what to do, it's not going to work very well, which is why you want to make sure your classwork page is designed to help that understanding for students. What do I do? What should I be doing? When do I do it? When is it due by? So I highly suggest you guys use module topics or module design as you consider and create. Oh my gosh. I highly suggest you consider modular design as you create your Google Classroom courses. Thank you.